Hello everyone, this is our electrostatics lecture second, in which we are going to learn about Coulomb's law in detail. As we know, Coulomb was the scientist who has derived the interaction between two charged bodies and which can be expressed in terms of forces exerted of that bodies. That Coulomb made the first investigation of the force between electric charges. For that he used point charges at rest to study the investigation, and a point charge is a charge whose dimensions are negligibly small compared to its distance from another bodies. So Coulomb's law is a fundamental law governing interaction between charges at rest. So that force between two charges will be when that two charges which are interacting each other, if they are same charges, that is positive, then they will give force of repulsion. Negative also will give the force of repulsion. That means they will repel from each other. And when there will be opposite charges, that is negative positive, interacting with each other, they will attract towards each other. So this force is force of attraction. So remember, when there will be same charges, then interaction will be repulsive, and when there will be opposite charges, interaction will be attractive. So there will be force of repulsion and force of attraction. Next, what is the statement for this Coulomb's law? The force of attraction or repulsion between two point charges at rest is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So this F, that is force of attraction or repulsion, is equal to F is proportional to product of two charges, that is Q1 into Q2, and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, that is R. So this combinedly we can write as F equal to K into Q1 Q2 upon R square, where Q1 and Q2 are two charges and R is the distance between them. So there, when they are opposite, then there will be, that is when there will be interaction between positive and negative, then it will give force of attraction. And when there will be same charges, that is positive, negative, then that interaction will be repulsive, that is there will be force of repulsion. So this is Coulomb's law and statement of Coulomb's law, and this force acts along the lines joining the two charges. So this force will be along this line which are joining to that two charges. So where K is the constant of proportionality, K is constant of proportionality, its magnitude depends on the units in which F, that is force of attraction or repulsion, then charges Q1 and Q2 and distance between that two charges are expressed, and also on the properties of the medium around the charges. So the force between the two charges will be attractive if they are unlike, that is one positive and one negative, uh, and the force will be repulsive if charges are similar, that is both will be positive or both will be negative. So this is about Coulomb's law or scalar form of Coulomb's law. Then we learn about relative permittivity or dielectric constant. In Coulomb's law, it was assumed that the charges are held stationary in vacuum, and when charges are kept in a material medium such as water, then paraffin paper, the medium affects the force between the charges. So the force between the two charges placed in a medium can be written in this way: F medium is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 upon R square. So where this epsilon is called as absolute permittivity of the medium. The force between the same two charges placed in free space or vacuum at distance r is given by, for vacuum it becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R square. Okay, where Q1 and Q2 are two charges which are interacting in that vacuum, and R is the distance between that two charges, and this epsilon 0 will be the permittivity of that medium, that is vacuum. So from these two equations comparing, will get F vacuum upon F medium is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R square divided by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 upon R square, will give this ratio epsilon upon epsilon 0. So which is relative permittivity. There will be two relation between two mediums, that is medium and vacuum. Then it will give the dielectric constant of the medium and is denoted by K or epsilon r, which is equal to epsilon upon epsilon 0 is equal to force of interaction of two charges in vacuum divided by force of interaction of charges in medium. So from this we can say that this epsilon r is the ratio of absolute permittivity of a medium to the permittivity of free space. Absolute permittivity of a medium to the permittivity of free space. Epsilon r is the ratio of the force between two point charges placed a certain distance apart in free space or vacuum to the force between the same two point charges when placed at the same distance in the given medium. So this is the comparison about two mediums when they are kept in a vacuum, when they are kept in a medium. So epsilon r is the ratio of same quantity. So this epsilon r will give dimensionless quantity. Epsilon r is dimensionless means this will give Newton, that is force in vacuum will be Newton upon Newton, force of interaction in medium both will give Newton, that unit will get cancelled. So epsilon r is dimensionless quantity and unitless also. Then epsilon r is also called specific inductive capacity. It is also called as specific inductive capacity. The force between 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 placed at a distance r in the medium then the relative permittivity epsilon r is given by F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into epsilon r into Q1 Q2 upon r square. For water, this relative permittivity epsilon r is equal to 80. Then F vacuum upon F water is equal to, water is the medium. So it is giving that permittivity, relative permittivity epsilon r is equal to 80. So from this we can say, when 2 point charges are placed at some distance apart in water, the force between them is reduced to 1/80th. The force between that two will get reduced by 1/80th of the force between the same two charges placed at the same distance in vacuum. So everyone got this? What is relative permittivity? It is ratio of forces in vacuum and in medium. So from that we are getting this relation for the vacuum and medium water or water medium. So a material medium reduces the force between charges by a factor of epsilon 0, its relative permittivity. So we assume that the medium is homogeneous, isotropic and infinitely large. So condition for this relation which we are getting in ratio form is, we have to assume that this medium is homogeneous, isotropic and infinitely large. So next move towards definition of unit charge from the Coulomb's law. As we know, the force between 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance r in free space, we are having this equation, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 upon r square, where value of this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 into these two charges Q1 Q2 upon r square as it is, and value of this epsilon 0 is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. Coulomb square per Newton meter square. So its inverse become n inverse and meter minus 2. So this will be, when there will be charges of 1 coulomb and separated by the distance 1 meter, then this force F is equal to 9.0 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. So from this we can define the coulomb, which having the unit coulomb C. 1 coulomb is the amount of charge which, when placed at a distance of 1 meter from another charge of the same magnitude in vacuum, which experiences a force of 9.0 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. So this is 9.0 into 10 raised to minus 1 coulomb is equal to this 9.0 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. So this force is a tremendously large force which realizable in practical situation. So it is necessary to express the charge in smaller units for practical purpose. So subunit of this coulomb are used in electrostatics. For example, subunit means this will be large amount of charges. So subunit will be 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb, that is microcoulomb, 1 microcoulomb. Then 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb, this will be nanocoulomb. Okay, so you should know this short or small units. Then 10 raised to for 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb, it will be microcoulomb. For 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb, it will be nanocoulomb. For 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb, it will be picocoulomb. Okay, so this is about Coulomb's law or definition of unit charge from the Coulomb's law. So I guess everyone got these points. Thank you.